Well, hello, YouTube. Happy Saturday. This is DJ from Dookie Johnstone Budgets coming to you with our weekly Saturday cash stuffing video. How's it going? I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you guys are having a wonderful beginning to your weekend. I know I am. So let's go ahead and get started with the video. So today it's a little different because you know I changed some things up. And some things will be a little different because I'm doing some different challenges, but I'm not going to start the challenges till I think the beginning of the year. So I don't know if I'll be doing a Sunday video because of some of the changes I made. I just may be doing shorts, a couple of shorts on Sundays. I don't know. We'll see what happens on Sunday when it comes. But let's start now with a change that I did make, or it's kind of the same, but I don't know. It's kind of the same and it's kind of different. But anyway, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to stuff on this Saturday is our month ahead. And you know, month ahead is now being directly deposited. And it is going to be a part of my 5K that I'm doing from the Thrifty Practitioner. One of the challenges she does is $20 a month into whatever, but she does hers into a medical expense thing, but I'm putting mine into a month ahead. So here's my month ahead. As you guys know, I switched to prop money, so that money has already been transferred into this account. And here's the $20 we're going to put in there. The tracker I am using for this is from Hey K Budgets, and it is, here's the $20 going in. I did tell you I do prop money, right? The tracker I use is from Hey K Budgets, and each square is worth $20. I'm doing a total. I don't separate them anymore, just to keep it easier to go along with this challenge, the 5K Elephant Challenge she does. Money's already been transferred over. Squares colored off. Each square is $20. The total month of bills that I have. And here we go. Put this back in here. And here we go. I got a different binder. They were marked down extremely cheap at Michael's Budget. So I got a new binder. I know I said I wasn't gonna buy any more, but this goes with the color scheme that Tara is doing for the Thrifty Practitioner, the Elephant Challenge. The 5K Elephant Challenge, so I had to get it, and it was super cheap. Well, I'll probably give it away at the end of the year. Who knows? All right, so let's go on to my next simple challenge I do, which is I stuff 2 sinking funds. Now, I know I said most of my bills are going to be done with prop money, but these 2 that I stuffed, my 2 sinking funds, will be done with real cash because they are the 2 sinking funds that I need cash for. It's the gas saving challenge, which my envelope is dirty, and the grocery bill saving challenge. Now, I started over with my gas saving challenge because it was pretty full. I took that money out, put it in the bank, and I'm starting over with what I'm stuffing and keeping at the house. So we're going to start with just putting $10 in there. I filled my car up, so I didn't need to put a whole lot extra in there. So we're going to start with $10. But other than that, I'm going to normally start putting back to $25 a pay period back into the gas thing till we build it up again. When I get to that limit, I'll start over again. All right. But because I used some of the money to put in my tank, only $10 is going in here this week. Now, the next one is the grocery. I put $10 every week in the grocery fund. I don't do the grocery shopping. My husband does. So this is just extra money. In the event something comes on sale and he doesn't have cash for it, it'll be in here for him to get. I will do the tracker of these two saving challenges later. And that's it. So this is the emergency binder with the emergency funds and the emergency funds in them. This is the one binder that does get locked up. Smooth that back out some. Kind of went in. I don't know why I did that, but it did. All right, so that goes back into the lock bin. So let's move on to my favorite saving challenge, and that is my sports saving challenge. Yay! What was this? Oh, yeah, this is my sports saving challenge ones. So here are my sports ones that I keep track of. And this is the first, well, let's open this up. Here is, okay, let me pull that up. Here is the prop money for the sports saving challenge, guys. We're gonna just put that like right here. So the first one we're gonna do is the NFL one. So we're on week 12. As you know, I do $2 a win, $1 a loss. My total for the for week 12 is $22. So let's do that. Let's pull this out. Where is it? Here it is. $22. Let's get this out. 20, 1, 2. And here it is. Oh, let's just take the 2. $22. And I got to remember to go through here and highlight these so I'll see that they're prop money. So NFL is $22, and then we're gonna color off a honey. And I'll do the trackers off camera for you guys. But we're gonna color in a honeycomb. Now guys, I don't know if I said this last week, but I'm gonna say it this week. When I took all that cash out of here, I know I had folded up bills to, because each one of these equals $20. I had folded up bills in each one of these, and I did not count that folded up bills because I do believe I should have at least 4 more honeycombs marked off. But because I didn't do it, I'm just starting now from where I'm at, coloring them off, and we'll go from there. But I know I would have had, if I had it, and I didn't remember to do it. I don't know why I didn't remember to do it. I think because I was just so anxious to get that money out of the house, I just was not thinking to count it up and mark off the tracker. But it's too late now. So, but I know I had enough in there to mark off about 4 of these honeycombs, and we would have been further along. But I didn't do it. So we're gonna go from here on, from this point on, and move forward. All right, so that's it for the NFL. Next time I'll be more conscious of that. But I didn't enjoy having that money in the house, so I got in a rush and didn't take care of business like I should have. But anyway, the next one is, I brought my Minnesota Vikings saving challenge back. I had to bring it back, guys. I'm sorry. I just had to. It was hurting my feelings that I wasn't saving for them. But so now that they're back, last week, week 12, the Vikings only scored 6 points. They lost. So we're going to put their $6 in. Now, last week, it was 19, and I couldn't scratch anything off. But this week, we're going to add the $6. Here's the $6, 5, 6 in here, plus the 19, and I can scratch one off. So I have to remember 6 plus 19 is 25. That leaves a $5. Let's pick another color. Let's do some brown, honey. That leaves an extra $5 left over in the Vikings. Kind of not an IOU, but a $5 extra. So what I am going to do is I'm going to write on here $5 extra. So next week, whatever they score, I know I got an extra $5 in this envelope to do. So we colored that off. Did I put the $6 in there? Yes, I did. I put the $6 in there. So that's cool. So that's done with that one. So the Vikings are done. So the next one we're going to do is, we're not going to do the Grizzlies. We're going to do the hockey. Now, last week, you remember I had an extra 15, I had $15 in there, but I put a whole 20 in there. Well, this weekend, or last weekend, they scored a 4 and a 1, which equals 5. So that was that extra $5 that was already in there. So we can't color anything off because it was already colored for that $5. So starting this week, I got to put these numbers down, and I didn't do it. Yeah, you know, I forgot. So I'll go back and do that, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to add up to 20, but whatever it does add up to, I'm going to just add it in there, and next week video, you'll see what the totals were, because I forgot to do it. Sorry. Sorry. Now, this week, let's go ahead. Let's do this one. So this week, we can color off another one because last week, as you guys know, this is the Memphis Grizzlies one. My boy is John Morant. Well, John Morant is injured, so my next guy I saved, if he got injured, was going to be Jaren Jackson Jr. So Jaren, last week he scored 18, which I put in here, and this week he scored 16. So I didn't color off a honey pot last week, so 18 plus 16 equals 34. So 15. Oh, you know what, guys? I wasn't supposed to add this yet. I'm ahead of myself. You know what I didn't do? Shoot, sorry. I didn't put the rest of his scores down. Crapola. So, I cannot add this money. I thought this was the end of the week, but that was the end of the week, and I forgot to come back and do these two scores. Just like I forgot to come back and do. I knew it was something extra I was supposed to do. So these two, I gotta calculate up before I can put that money in there. Well, so I guess we're gonna skip these two for right now because I can't put the money in there because it is not, I didn't put all the scores up, and I'm not gonna stop this video, edit it, and put the money in there. I don't want to edit it, that's all. So next week, that'll be done, and we're gonna move on to the previous week. So this money needs to go back. There's nothing else to put in there. And this needs to go back in here. So guys, we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40. So we have only $240 left to put in here, which would be probably almost done if I had did what I was supposed to do. But because I did not, that's too much for me to go back and try to calculate all that. I can't do it. So I'm going to put this money back away. Actually, I might as well leave it in here because if he scores higher than a 16 all week, which I think he did, I really think he did already, we'll just add to this, and we'll add the whatever the hockey one was. Although I know the hockey score ain't gonna be no more. It's not gonna be more than 20. So I was not prepared, guys. I'm sorry about that, but it doesn't matter. But that is it for these two videos. My sports challenge video, my month ahead until I start the 5K one, and what was the other one? Oh, my 2 sinking funds. I think I'm leave that in there because that has real cash in there, and that goes in the saver. So because I was going to put make them 2 sinking funds in here, but no, because these now can just sit on my desk. Matter of fact, I like the way they sit on my desk. I like looking at them. They're cute. But this one has to be locked up. So, with that being said, guys, I think this is the end of the video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. And stay safe out there. God bless. And I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow if I find something to film, or if I get some extra cash, I'll film it. But if not, bye. God bless. Hey y'all, I'm back. I guess that was not the end of the video, and I have to edit anyway. so I found my mistake, and I had not posted my Grizzlies. I did not post Jaren Jackson last week, the 18th, and I remember because I didn't highlight it. So that's why I had that money out. It wasn't for the coming week. It was for the last week. So let's highlight that and add that $18, and we can color off another honey pot. So he scored 18. So last week Josh scored 16. A week before, Josh scored 16, and I couldn't color off a pot. Well, this week, now that Josh injured, I'm with Jaren Jackson. Jaren scored 18 last week, and we're going to add the 16 to 18, which makes it $34. So let's put my 34 in here. I already marked that it'd be a $14 overage. So whatever he scores next week, I'll add that $14 to it, and then we'll move on from there. So here's 10, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Let's put the 18 in here. I still didn't do the trackers yet because I just realized what my error was, and I'll go back and do those in a minute. And we can color in one of the pots. So let's have some green honey this time. All right, so there we go. Now we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20. So 220 left. All right, guys, now that is the correction. And this really is the end of the video. So, guys, you guys have a blessed week and a blessed weekend. I'll talk to you later. Bye.